forbidden islands whispering secrets to the tides, rivers that playfully redraw their terrestrial maps, a colossal fungal network silently yet relentlessly consuming an entire forest, and the seemingly paradoxical sight of snow gracing tropical peaks. These phenomena sound like the fantastical elements of a science fiction narrative. Yet, each of these wonders, and countless others, are not figments of imagination, but tangible realities woven into the very fabric of the United States. This vast and diverse nation harbors geographical marvels that often surpass the most elaborate myths, proving that truth, in its intricate and surprising forms, can indeed be stranger than fiction. So, let us begin to unravel the incredible tapestry of America's physical form. Mauna Kea's true height. Mount Everest is often celebrated as the tallest mountain on Earth, towering at about 29,032 feet above sea level. But when measured from base to summit, another giant takes the crown, Mauna Kea, a dormant volcano on Hawaii's Big Island. Though its summit reaches only 13,803 feet above sea level, most of Mauna Kea's immense height lies hidden beneath the Pacific Ocean. When measured from its true base on the ocean floor, Mauna Kea stretches approximately 33,500 feet, surpassing Everest by nearly a mile. This surprising fact highlights how the definition of tallest changes based on perspective, whether you're measuring from sea level or from the mountain's actual base. While Everest boasts the highest altitude, Mauna Kea is the true tallest mountain when considered in its entirety. Aside from its record-breaking height, Mauna Kea is also one of the world's premier astronomical sites. Its summit offers ideal conditions for stargazing: high altitude, dry air, and minimal light pollution. Recognizing this, a road to the summit was built in 1964, and today, 13 advanced telescopes from around the globe operate there. These observatories explore the far reaches of space, studying galaxies, stars, and cosmic phenomena. So, while Hawaii is famed for its beaches and volcanoes, Mauna Kea adds another layer of awe, a mountain that not only rivals Everest in height, but also connects Earth to the stars. Snow in paradise. Hawaii is typically associated with sun-drenched beaches, lush rainforests, and volcanic landscapes, but few realize that this tropical paradise also sees snowfall. Each winter, the lofty summits of Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, both soaring over 13,000 feet, are often dusted with snow. At these extreme altitudes, temperatures can drop to around 25 degrees Fahrenheit, -4 degrees Celsius, and when moisture is present, snow blankets the peaks. While technically skiable, these snow-covered volcanoes offer no ski lifts or groomed trails, just a surreal collision of tropical and alpine environments. It's a striking example of Hawaii's diverse microclimates, shaped by dramatic changes in elevation. Yet the surprises don't stop there. Hawaii is also one of the few places on Earth where the land itself is growing. The Big Island is home to Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes. Its continuous eruptions have poured rivers of lava into the ocean, creating new land as the molten rock cools and solidifies. The 2018 eruption alone added around 875 acres to Hawaii's southeastern coast, a vivid reminder that our planet is far from static. Even more extraordinary is the formation of a brand new island just 18 miles off the Big Island's coast. Known as Loihi Seamount, this underwater volcano is slowly rising from the ocean floor. Though still submerged, it is expected to break the surface tens of thousands of years from now, expanding the Hawaiian chain even further. So, while erosion threatens coastlines elsewhere, Hawaii is actively growing. Snow-capped summits above, fiery lava flows below, and a future island emerging from the deep. Subterranean depths of Ellisons Cave. While volcanic activity in Hawaii adds new land to the US, other parts of the country reveal a contrasting geological process: land sinking and erosion. A striking example lies deep beneath Georgia, within the vast expanse of Ellisons Cave, home to the deepest vertical drop in the continental United States, aptly named the Fantastic Pit. This vertical shaft plunges an incredible 586 feet straight down, making it feel less like a cave and more like a descent into the Earth's core. Unlike a horizontal tunnel that fades gently into darkness, the Fantastic Pit is a near freefall drop into pitch black, swallowing light and sound in its depths. To visualize its scale, imagine a skyscraper taller than the Washington Monument buried underground. Ellisons Cave doesn't stop there. On the opposite end of its more than 12-mile-long system lies another deep vertical shaft, the Incredible Pit. Though slightly shallower, it still drops a formidable 440 feet. These enormous underground voids are not merely geological oddities, they are products of a process called karstification. Over millennia, slightly acidic groundwater dissolves limestone bedrock, carving out intricate passageways, chambers, and vertical pits. These hidden features, mostly invisible from the surface, dramatically reshape our understanding of the American landscape. They remind us that the Earth is not a static platform, but a living system, constantly molded by forces above and below. In places like Ellisons Cave, the ground beneath our feet conceals a world of mystery, depth, and dynamic change. The majesty of Hell's Canyon. When we think of deep canyons, the Grand Canyon in Arizona usually steals the spotlight. With its immense size, colorful rock layers, and striking geological history, it's become a symbol of natural wonder. Stretching about 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and plunging roughly 6,000 feet at its deepest, the Grand Canyon attracts millions of visitors each year who marvel at its vast, awe-inspiring beauty. Yet, despite its fame, the Grand Canyon is not the deepest canyon in the United States. That title belongs to Hell's Canyon, a rugged and remote gorge carved by the Snake River along the Idaho-Oregon border. At its deepest point, Hell's Canyon plunges nearly 8,000 feet, about 2,000 feet deeper than the Grand Canyon. Formed over millions of years, Hell's Canyon was shaped by the relentless erosion of the Snake River, cutting deep into the earth as tectonic forces uplifted the surrounding terrain. The result is a dramatic landscape of towering cliffs and steep forested slopes that descend sharply to the river below. Unlike the broad open vistas of the Grand Canyon, Hell's Canyon offers a different kind of majesty, one of raw, untamed wilderness. The canyon's depth creates a sense of isolation and immersion, and the powerful Snake River that winds through its floor adds to the drama. Surrounded by rugged peaks and remote backcountry, Hell's Canyon remains one of America's lesser-known natural wonders, a hidden gem that reminds us there's always more to explore. Inland oceans. The United States is blessed with an abundance of freshwater resources, and among these, the Great Lakes stand out as true giants. One lake in particular, Lake Superior, holds a truly remarkable distinction. It contains approximately 10% of all the surface freshwater on the entire planet. To grasp the sheer scale of this natural wonder, consider its surface area, which covers an astounding 31,700 square miles. This makes it almost the size of the entire nation of Guatemala, a comparison that vividly illustrates its vastness. The sheer volume of water held within Lake Superior is equally mind-boggling. If this immense body of water were to be spread evenly across the entire landmass of the United States, it would create a layer approximately 4 feet deep. This thought experiment underscores the truly enormous quantity of fresh water contained within its basin. Every second, an amount of water equivalent to filling an Olympic-sized swimming pool evaporates from the surface of Lake Superior, a testament to the constant hydrological cycle at play on this grand scale. Imagine attempting to empty such a colossal body of water. If one were to employ the full force of Niagara Falls, one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world, running continuously, it would still take an estimated 190 years to completely drain Lake Superior. This staggering time frame further emphasizes the lake's monumental size and the sheer volume of water it holds. Its scale is truly mind-blowing, a testament to the powerful geological forces that shaped the North American continent. Lake Superior is not merely a large lake, it is an inland ocean, a vital freshwater resource of global significance, and a landscape that inspires awe with its seemingly limitless horizon. A volcanic masterpiece. In contrast to the vastness of Lake Superior, Crater Lake in Oregon offers a more intimate and surreal aquatic wonder. Perfectly round and stunningly blue, the lake resembles a portal to another realm. Its water, seemingly filtered by nature itself, is surrounded by steep cliffs that rise dramatically from the shoreline, creating a sense of stillness and seclusion. Adding to its mystery is a small, jagged island known as Phantom Ship, which emerges from the water like a mythical sentinel. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, plunging to an impressive 1,949 feet, deeper than the height of the Empire State Building. Its clarity is equally astonishing. On clear days, sunlight penetrates up to 140 feet beneath the surface, offering a glimpse into a serene, submerged world. This clarity stems from the lake's unique origin and isolation. About 7,700 years ago, the powerful volcano Mount Mazama erupted in a massive explosion, causing the summit to collapse and form a 5-mile-wide caldera. Over time, rain and snowmelt gradually filled this natural basin, giving birth to Crater Lake. Remarkably, no rivers or streams flow into or out of the lake. This lack of inflow prevents sediment and pollutants from entering, preserving its unmatched purity and its signature sapphire hue. Crater Lake is a striking reminder of how nature's most violent events can result in breathtaking beauty. Born from fire and transformed by water, it remains one of the most pristine and awe-inspiring natural landmarks in the United States. The enigmatic Lost Sea. Beneath the rolling hills of Tennessee lies a hidden marvel, the Lost Sea. Recognized as the largest non-glacial underground lake in the United States, this subterranean wonder offers a rare glimpse into a world untouched by sunlight. The officially mapped portion spans about 1.6 hectares, approximately 4 acres, but experts believe the actual expanse is much larger, concealed by a labyrinth of unexplored water-filled tunnels that stretch beyond the reach of current mapping efforts. The lake's surface is glassy and motionless, often reflecting the cavern ceiling like a mirror. Enclosed by ancient rock formations, the cavern is bathed in a soft, perpetual twilight. Dim lighting casts long shadows, accentuating the cave's natural textures and lending an eerie, otherworldly ambience. Entering this realm feels like stepping out of time, into a quiet, hidden dimension beneath the earth. One of the most distinctive features of the Lost Sea is the opportunity for visitors to explore its waters by boat. Gliding silently across the calm surface, flashlights pierce the darkness to reveal the haunting beauty below. The silence, broken only by the gentle ripple of water, enhances the sense of mystery. The Lost Sea is more than a geological curiosity. It's a window into the planet's hidden depths. Its size, stillness, and secrets make it one of the most fascinating natural sights in the country. A place where the underground world comes alive, it reminds us that some of Earth's most extraordinary wonders lie beneath our feet, waiting to be discovered. The unpredictable Sultan Sea. Imagine one of California's largest lakes forming not from ancient natural forces, but from a colossal engineering blunder. This is the origin story of the Sultan Sea, a body of water accidentally created in 1905. Engineers had attempted to divert the Colorado River to irrigate the fertile lands of the Imperial Valley. However, they underestimated the river's power. The diversion structure failed, and the Colorado River broke through, flooding the dry Salton Sink, once the bed of an ancient sea, for nearly 2 years before it was finally contained. As a result, the Salton Sea was born, a massive inland lake created entirely by accident. Unlike naturally formed lakes, the Salton Sea has no outflow. Water flows in, but with no place to drain, it evaporates, leaving behind increasing concentrations of salt and agricultural runoff. Over time, its salinity has grown so extreme that few fish species can survive, leading to periodic die-offs and the degradation of a once thriving ecosystem. Initially, the Salton Sea became a popular resort destination, attracting boaters and anglers. But as the water quality worsened and the shoreline receded, tourism declined. Today, the area faces growing environmental concerns, including toxic dust storms from the exposed lakebed and threats to bird populations that rely on the habitat. The Salton Sea stands as a striking example of unintended consequences. A temporary mistake became a permanent geographical feature, one that continues to challenge scientists, policymakers, and local communities as they grapple with how to manage its uncertain future. Vanished waters. It may be hard to believe today, but Death Valley, known as one of the hottest and driest places on Earth, was once submerged beneath a vast lake larger than the state of Rhode Island. This transformation highlights the dramatic climatic and geological shifts that have shaped the region over thousands of years. Present-day Death Valley receives less than 2 inches of rain annually, and temperatures have soared to a scorching 134 degrees Celsius, 56.7 degrees Celsius, among the highest ever recorded on Earth. But around 22,000 years ago, during the last ice age, this harsh desert basin held a massive body of water called Lake Manly. Fed by glacial meltwater from nearby mountain ranges, the lake stretched over 100 miles long and reached significant depths. It thrived under a much cooler and wetter climate, offering a stark contrast to the barren terrain we see today. As the ice age ended and the climate gradually warmed, evaporation began to outpace water inflow. Over time, Lake Manly receded and eventually vanished, leaving behind the shimmering salt flats that now define the valley floor. These salt crusts are remnants of minerals once dissolved in the lake's waters, now creating an almost snowy illusion across the desert. Occasionally, heavy rains briefly resurrect the lakebed, forming shallow, reflective pools before quickly drying up. These fleeting appearances serve as haunting reminders of Death Valley's watery past. The rise and fall of Lake Manly is a compelling testament to Earth's ever-changing climate and the impermanence of even the most imposing natural features. A Tale of Two Lake States. Minnesota, famously known as the Land of 10,000 Lakes, lives up to its name with over 11,000 documented lakes. This abundance of fresh water defines much of the state's identity, offering scenic beauty, rich biodiversity, and countless recreational opportunities. But while Minnesota's lake count is impressive, it pales in comparison to the aquatic vastness of Alaska. Alaska, the largest and northernmost state, is home to more than 3 million lakes, a number so vast it defies easy comprehension. These lakes range from tiny ponds to massive inland bodies of water, intricately woven into the rugged, untamed landscape. One striking example is Lake Iliamna, Alaska's largest freshwater lake, whose surface area surpasses that of Los Angeles. To picture an entire major city fitting inside a single lake helps convey the immense scale of this natural feature. While Minnesota celebrates its thousands of lakes, Alaska's watery terrain represents a scale on an entirely different level. This contrast highlights the incredible geographical diversity of the United States and the awe-inspiring features tucked within its vast borders. A highway across water. Imagine driving on a road where land disappears and only water surrounds you. No buildings, no trees, just the horizon stretching endlessly. This surreal experience unfolds on the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway in southern Louisiana. Spanning nearly 24 miles, about 38.6 kilometers, the causeway consists of 2 parallel bridges crossing Lake Pontchartrain. It holds the title of the longest continuous bridge over water in the United States. More than just a marvel of engineering, the causeway is a vital connection between the lake's northern and southern shores, significantly cutting travel time between communities. What makes this drive truly unique is the sense of being suspended between sky and water. For much of the journey, land is out of sight, replaced by the vast lake stretching in all directions. The effect can be strangely disorienting, especially at the midpoint, where the Earth's curvature causes both ends of the bridge to vanish from view. This illusion makes the road seem like it's floating in open space. More than just infrastructure, the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway offers an unforgettable experience, a blend of isolation, wonder, and awe. It's a striking reminder of human determination to build across even the most daunting natural barriers. Geothermal Spectacle. Yellowstone National Park, nestled primarily in Wyoming with parts extending into Montana and Idaho, is a land of dramatic landscapes and intense geothermal activity. It is a true geyser paradise, home to over 500 geysers, which represents an astonishing 60% of all the geysers found on our planet. This concentration of hydrothermal features is a testament to the powerful volcanic forces that lie beneath the park's surface. Among Yellowstone's many geysers, Old Faithful stands as perhaps the most iconic. True to its name, Old Faithful erupts with remarkable regularity, typically every 35 to 120 minutes, sending a powerful plume of boiling water and steam soaring as high as 184 feet into the air. These predictable eruptions have made it a beloved symbol of the park and a must-see spectacle for visitors. The sheer force and height of the water jet, combined with the surrounding otherworldly landscape of steaming ground and mineral deposits, create an unforgettable natural display. Beyond its geysers, Yellowstone also boasts an array of other fascinating hydrothermal features, including hot springs and mud pots. Among these, the Grand Prismatic Spring stands out for its breathtaking beauty and vibrant colors. It is the third largest hot spring in the world, and its stunning hues are a result of thermophilic, heat-loving bacteria that thrive in the mineral-rich hot water. These microorganisms, living in distinct temperature zones within the spring, create concentric rings of brilliant blue, green, yellow, and red, resembling a giant otherworldly eye. The combination of the steaming water, the colorful microbial mats, and the surrounding landscape creates a truly surreal and captivating marvel, showcasing the powerful and artistic forces at play within the Earth's crust. Yellowstone's geothermal features, from the predictable eruptions of Old Faithful to the vibrant palette of the Grand Prismatic Spring, offer a unique glimpse into the dynamic and often surprising processes shaping our planet. A park of possibilities. Imagine a place where anyone can dig in the dirt and possibly walk away with a real diamond. This isn't a dream or a scene from a movie. It's Crater of Diamonds State Park in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. It's the only diamond-bearing site in the world where the public can search for diamonds and keep what they find. The park's 37.5-acre field sits atop an ancient volcanic pipe. Millions of years ago, this pipe brought magma and diamonds up from deep within the earth. Over time, erosion broke down the surrounding rock, scattering diamonds into the soil where visitors dig today. Over the years, thousands of diamonds have been found here by amateur treasure hunters. The most famous is the Uncle Sam diamond, weighing 40.23 carats, the largest ever found in the US. It was discovered by an ordinary visitor, just one of many who've stumbled upon valuable gems. Visitors bring or rent digging tools and spend hours sifting through the soil, chasing the glint of a hidden gem. While striking it rich isn't guaranteed, the thrill of the hunt and the chance of an unforgettable find make this park truly one of a kind. Crater of Diamonds State Park offers more than just a day outdoors. It offers a real-world treasure hunt that keeps hopeful prospectors coming back for more. Arizona's Meteor Crater. Earth's surface bears the marks of many cosmic encounters, and while the dinosaur-extinguishing asteroid of 65 million years ago is the most famous, more recent impacts have also left dramatic scars. Around 50,000 years ago, a meteoroid slammed into what is now northern Arizona, unleashing enormous energy and forming one of the best-preserved impact craters on the planet, Meteor Crater, also known as Barringer Crater. This impact was devastating on a regional scale, instantly obliterating life within miles. The explosion blasted out a massive volume of rock, creating a crater approximately 560 feet, 170 meters, deep and nearly 1,200 meters, 3/4 of a mile, across. The site is so vast, it could hold a 60-story skyscraper with room to spare. Today, Meteor Crater offers a dramatic visual of the Earth's violent interactions with space. Standing at its rim, visitors are struck by the scale of the event and the power of the impact that shaped it. The exposed rock layers provide scientists with a rare look into the planet's crust and insight into the mechanics of meteorite collisions. Thanks to Arizona's dry climate, the crater remains remarkably intact, a stark and stunning reminder of the universe's unpredictable force and Earth's dynamic history. The Landscape Arch. Set in the striking red rock landscape of southeastern Utah, Arches National Park showcases the timeless power of nature's artistry. Famous for its over 2,000 natural stone arches, the park is a wonderland of sculpted sandstone shaped over millions of years by wind, water, and erosion. Among these geological marvels, one arch stands out above the rest: Landscape Arch, the longest natural arch in the United States and one of the longest in the world. This stunning formation stretches an incredible 290 feet, about 88 meters across, resembling a slender ribbon of stone suspended in mid-air. Delicate yet grand, the arch seems to defy gravity, offering a breathtaking view that both impresses and humbles. Its fragile grace makes it one of the park's most iconic and photographed features. Yet, Landscape Arch's beauty is matched by its fragility. In 1991, several large slabs of rock unexpectedly fell from its underside, prompting the closure of the trail beneath it. Now, at its narrowest point, the arch is only about 6 feet thick. This dramatic thinning highlights its ever-changing nature, shaped continuously by erosion and weathering. Visitors are drawn to Landscape Arch not just for its scale, but for what it represents, a fleeting balance between creation and collapse. It is a living monument to the geological forces that have sculpted the Earth over eons, and a reminder that even the most majestic wonders are ultimately temporary in nature. The world in miniature. In the bustling heart of downtown Portland, Oregon, lies a park unlike any other, a green space so tiny it could easily fit in the palm of your hand. This is Mill Ends Park, officially recognized by the Guinness World Records as the smallest park in the world. Measuring just 2 feet in diameter, Mill Ends Park occupies a tiny circular patch of soil in a median on Southwest Naito Parkway. Originally intended to host a light pole, the space was repurposed in 1948 by Dick Fagan, a local newspaper columnist. From his office window overlooking the spot, Fagan began crafting a whimsical narrative about the park being home to a colony of leprechauns, the only one west of Ireland, he claimed. He named it after his column, Mill Ends, and began tending the little circle, planting flowers and adding miniature decorations to bring his stories to life. What started as a playful idea soon blossomed into a beloved city landmark. After Fagan's passing in 1969, locals continued to care for the miniature park, occasionally adding tiny benches, holiday decorations, and even leprechaun-themed props. Mill Ends Park may lack hiking trails or picnic areas, but it holds something just as valuable: imagination. It's a cheerful reminder that even the smallest spaces can bring joy, spark creativity, and become part of a city's unique charm. In a world often focused on grandeur, Mill Ends Park celebrates the magic of the miniature. Oregon's humongous fungus. When we think of the largest living organism on Earth, we might picture the colossal blue whale or towering sequoia trees. But the true giant of the natural world is far less obvious: a subterranean fungus called Armillaria ostoyi, commonly known as the honey mushroom. Hidden beneath the Malheur National Forest in eastern Oregon, this unassuming organism forms an underground web so vast it easily outscales the largest known animals and plants. Spanning roughly 3.8 square miles, about 2,400 acres, this massive fungal network is larger than downtown areas of major cities like New York. Scientists estimate it weighs hundreds of tons and could be over 2,000 years old, making it not only the largest, but also one of the oldest living organisms on Earth. Above ground, it's only visible in the form of small clusters of mushrooms that appear in the fall, the fungal equivalent of apples on a tree. The real body, however, lies underground, an expansive network of mycelium made of thread-like structures called hyphae. This is the engine of the organism, quietly extending beneath the forest floor. The honey mushroom plays a dual role in the ecosystem: as a decomposer, breaking down dead wood, and as a parasite, infecting live trees and eventually killing them. This slow, creeping process allows it to claim new ground over time. The Armillaria ostoyi reminds us that Earth's most extraordinary life forms aren't always the most visible, but often the most powerful forces lie hidden beneath our feet. The ancient Methusela. While the Armillaria ostoyi fungus holds the record for the largest living organism, the title of one of the oldest individual living beings belongs to a tree, specifically the Great Basin bristlecone pine, Pinus longeva. Among them stands Methusela, a remarkable tree hidden high in California's White Mountains. Estimated to be over 4,800 years old, Methusela is one of the oldest known living trees on Earth. To grasp that age, consider this. Methusela was already growing when the pyramids of Egypt were being built and before writing was invented in Mesopotamia. It has stood quietly through the rise and fall of civilizations from ancient Greece and Rome to the modern day. Bristlecone pines thrive in extreme conditions, cold, dry, and windswept environments with rocky, nutrient-poor soil. These very hardships are part of what allows them to live so long. Their slow growth, dense wood, and natural resistance to decay and pests help them endure through millennia. To protect this ancient tree, scientists have kept Methusela's exact location a closely guarded secret, shielding it from potential harm. Standing quietly among the rocky ridges, Methusela is a living monument to time, silent, resilient, and humbling in its ancient wisdom. Prehistoric Neighbors. The Florida Everglades, a sprawling wetland of sawgrass marshes, mangrove forests, and slow-moving water, is one of the few places on Earth where alligators and crocodiles coexist. These ancient reptiles, survivors from the time of the dinosaurs, usually inhabit separate environments. Alligators, Alligator mississippiensis, tend to favor freshwater habitats like swamps and rivers, while American crocodiles, Crocodilus acutus, prefer brackish or saltwater coastal areas. But the Everglades' unique blend of freshwater and saltwater creates an overlapping zone where both species can thrive side by side. Despite being apex predators with similar hunting behaviors, alligators and crocodiles rarely clash. This peaceful coexistence is likely due to differences in their preferred habitats, feeding habits, and prey choices. The Everglades is rich in biodiversity, supporting a wide range of animals that reduce competition for food. Manatees float through the waterways, Florida panthers roam the grasslands, and countless bird species fill the skies. This abundance allows both reptilian giants to thrive without conflict. Their shared presence in this singular ecosystem is a striking example of adaptation and ecological balance. Watching these ancient predators roam the same waters offers a rare glimpse into a prehistoric past and underscores the Everglades' vital role in preserving Earth's natural history. Ohio's giant geode. Imagine discovering a crystal-lined chamber large enough to walk into, like something out of a fantasy novel. This is the reality at Crystal Cave in Put-in-Bay, Ohio, home to the world's largest known geode. While most geodes are small, often no bigger than a fist, this extraordinary formation measures roughly 35 feet in diameter, large enough to step inside. Within its cavernous walls, shimmering blue celestine crystals coat the interior, some reaching the size of an adult. These stunning formations took millennia to grow, formed as mineral-rich water slowly deposited layers of crystal within the hollow rock. The result is a natural vault of sparkling blue treasures that defy expectation. Illuminated by gentle lighting, the celestine crystals cast an ethereal glow throughout the space, creating a peaceful, almost magical atmosphere. It feels like stepping into a hidden gem from a storybook. Crystal Cave is more than just a geological marvel. It's a window into the Earth's deep, slow-moving processes and a powerful reminder that nature's most beautiful creations often take the longest to form. The shifting sands. Imagine a string of sandy islands stretching nearly 200 miles along North Carolina's coast, constantly shifting under the influence of nature's powerful forces. This is the Outer Banks, a fragile, ever-changing chain of barrier islands that separates the Atlantic Ocean from the mainland. Unlike more stable shorelines, the Outer Banks exist in a state of continuous transformation, shaped by wind, waves, tides, and frequent storms. These islands are not fixed in place. Over time, they migrate westward as waves and storms erode beaches and push sand inland. Hurricanes and nor'easters frequently batter the coast, carving new inlets, flattening dunes, and sweeping away sections of shoreline. The result is a landscape that's always in motion, its contours constantly redrawn by the sea. Building here is a gamble. Homes, roads, and piers are constructed with the understanding that they may not last long. Some vanish within a single season. Yet, people are drawn to the Outer Banks for their rugged beauty, rich maritime history, and the raw, untamed feel of nature at work. The Outer Banks serve as a living example of coastal dynamics, a vivid reminder that the edge between land and sea is never static, but an ever-evolving frontier shaped by the power of water and wind. Drifting shores. Stretching nearly 130 miles along the Texas Gulf Coast, Padre Island is a striking example of a landscape in constant motion. Unlike the westward migration of the Outer Banks, Padre Island experiences a more lateral drift, shaped by strong ocean currents, tidal forces, and frequent storms that characterize this region of the Gulf of Mexico. The island's boundaries are ever-changing. Each year, shifting sand reshapes the coastline, eroding some areas while building up others. Storms, particularly hurricanes, accelerate these changes dramatically. Hurricane Rita in 2005, for instance, drastically altered the island's contours, sweeping away large sections of dunes and pushing sand inland. Despite this natural volatility, Padre Island remains celebrated for its vast stretches of undeveloped beach and untouched coastal beauty. It also serves as a vital nesting ground for the endangered Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. The island's constant reshaping is a vivid reminder of the ongoing struggle between land and sea, a place where nature's power is always at work, reshaping the shoreline and reminding us that even the most solid ground is never truly still. Seeing the curve. The idea that Earth is a sphere is a fundamental scientific truth, though the planet's curvature isn't always obvious in daily life, especially on land. At sea, one can often see ships disappear hull first over the horizon, a clear sign of the Earth's roundness. On land, however, such an experience is rare, but Utah's Bonneville Salt Flats offer a remarkable exception. Stretching endlessly in all directions, the salt flats are remnants of an ancient lake and are among the flattest places on Earth. With no trees, hills, or buildings to interrupt the view, the landscape becomes a natural stage for witnessing the Earth's curvature. To observe this, you need a tall object, like a pole, and some distance. As you walk several miles away, you'll notice the object's base seems to slowly disappear below the horizon. It doesn't actually sink. What you're seeing is the curve of the Earth blocking your line of sight. The Bonneville Salt Flats thus provide a rare opportunity, a solid terrestrial setting where the roundness of our planet reveals itself in a surprisingly visual and memorable way.